Added confidence. It's no different whether it's Steve Bunting or Andy Murray. Win your serve, get ahead, try and stay there. It's a lovely first dart, because you fancy one more might join it. Well, it did, but next door.
Slightly unlucky. Stephen, his darts are so small that sometimes when you think he's blocked the bed, it can just place one alongside anyway. They really are tiny. I know Rod Harrington, he said that they seem bigger than the previous ones, but they're actually the same size. I think it's just the colour that makes them look slightly bigger. They are minute.
David Croft says, I've been coming here nearly as long as the tower's been here, Wayne. In actual fact, the first year we were here in 94, I'll come to that in a minute, as White is looking at 127, now 67. Now, will he go for the bull as well? I think so. With a great success. Oh, Mr. White, that's all White. Right in the bull. Brilliant, brilliant darts.
Yeah, superb. There's no messing around there, was there? We've seen some quality darts already today. Andrew Gilding, he beat Mervyn King 10-8 in an absolute perler of a game, and this looks like to be going the same way. Carry on, lads.
Oh, fantastic. Put that right in the middle of the other two. Inch, nay, millimetre perfect, and the average, need I say anything? It speaks for itself. Even with such a relatively small sample, this is an incredible start by Diamond Hot White.
99.
I'm sure he was thinking of the 9-darter there, because once the fourth 60 went in, there was a bit of a hesitation. Hesitation about these.
And when we were first here in 1994, and it was actually the centenary of the building of the town. There was a massive exhibition on there, I remember, and we paid the visit. Obviously, it was a historical year, so yes, I have been coming quite a while.
Plenty more room. 12 whole grams, the lightest in the tournament, those darts. Amazing. Such a big man, he's 6'4". Hands like shovels.
Oh, bullseye again? Surely not. Oh, just the wrong side of the post, Wayne.
We'd love to see that 60 in the first, then he'll just follow it. Well, 57 will leave tops. It's a good setup. There's always pressure on a 25. You're only going to get 2 darts at a double, John, so it's not a give me, is it?
It certainly isn't. Now he wants double 4. But the sort of mood that he's in at the moment, you rather feel that he's not going to miss.
Yeah, that was accomplished, that really was. Any player on the planet can miss 2 darts at a double, but like you quite rightly said, John, no messing. And it was a break of throw.
And he'll wonder where that's come from, because no sign of a disappointing visit like that. Steve Bunting, you were saying, oh, it was Ian White, you were saying he's not got beyond the second round here in 4 attempts, has he? And Bunting, of course, has only had the 1 attempt. He too was knocked out in the second round last year. But there's another 180, and that's the way to follow a disappointing opening gambit of 40. Get the maximum, back on track. But they're both brilliant players, aren't they, Wayne? And when you see quality like this meeting in the first round, it really does make you aware of the sheer depth that there is now in the PDC game.
Well, Ian White is the world number 9. You can see why. I know to some viewers you might be thinking I haven't seen him in finals and semi-finals of majors. Well, he is more than capable, but somehow Ian White, he does play his best darts away from the big stage. He's had 3 runner-ups on tour. He has won on tour 3 times. But he's on for another big shot here. Double 18 for 147 finish.
Well, he started this leg with 40, and he's already in a dart at the double after just 12 arrows. He's averaging 116.16 White, and Bunting 103.5 his average. He's trailing in his wake at the moment. The red bit. That's the red bit. 3-1. Ian White looking pensive now, Bunting.
Yeah, but what Stephen's got to realise, he knows that Ian White is hardly missing anything, and he's just got to think, look, I'm playing okay, I'm playing well here, I've just got to carry on. I've just got to carry on doing what I do like that, and thinking that he's going to get chances eventually, because, no offence to Ian White, he's averaging 113, and it is more or less impossible for him to sustain this, because he's never done it before. Doesn't mean he can't do it, of course, but Stephen has just got to hang in.
Yeah, Bunting's got to stay a-hunting and stay within distance of his opponent, so that should there be any mishaps, he's ready to pounce. That's impressive. Impressive.
Kind of must-win leg, really is. 5 180s in the 5 legs played.
Amazing, isn't it? Bunting 2 in this leg. 2. Make it known. I think the other thing about these players, I think they enjoy playing against each other. He wants treble 18 for double 12. Another fantastic finish. Oh, nearly.
Requirement 139.
57. Back up for 20s. Treble would leave the double top.
59.
To play this well, Ian White, if he comes out of this session only winning 3-2, he could feel like he's actually losing, John. This is ridiculous. And ridiculous just carries on. Stephen Bunting takes a real important leg there, averaging 106.29. Stephen Bunting finds himself 3 legs to 2 down. 112 average for the 9th seed. Ian White, join us after this break. Stephen kind of did well to win 2 legs, because this man just didn't seem to miss anything. And if this game carries on, producing like it is, and the pace it is as well, John, it's a real good pace where they're both enjoying it, aren't they?
Well, yeah, that's the point I was going to make earlier, that they're playing off each other beautifully in terms of the pace of the game. I don't think they're entirely conscious of each other's pace. They just naturally are feeding off it, and it's always nice to see that, getting the best out of each other. Bunting 4 180s now, 2 to White, but the averages are narrowing in terms of the distance between them. Yes, they are. You don't see that often, Wayne, do you?
No, not when I'm around anyway.
Well, mine's the other way round, 22.9.
Well, we've seen 6 180s. This is the 6th leg. The standard is, it's just gone through the roof, and you mentioned the strength in depth, John, but it's players like Ian White that have kind of been dragged along, and now they're kind of setting the benchmark, aren't they? Everyone's just so capable.
Well, that's the expression, I think, that is so apposite as Bunting goes for the bull, being dragged along. He's being hauled along by the standard that's been set by those who've gone before him. He's accepted the challenge. So too Bunting, so too many others. And they've come along. Look at this now for double 19. For another brilliant finish. Holds his throw. The first sign of a worried look on Bunting's face as Diamond White hits another gem of a shot, but so too Bunting 180. That magic darts from the Liverpudlian. 5 maximums to his name, but how he could do with a few doubles to go with them, Wayne.
Oh, this is brilliant. This really is absolutely superb. Go on, Stephen. Another max to go with your 5 you've already hit. Go on, pal. Oh, too much shoulder. Well,
it was the pal bit that ruined it. Who wants to be a pal of yours, mate?
Fair point. It really is. Look at that, 111 apiece.
It is great, isn't it?
5 180s and he's only won 2 legs. Dear oh Lord.
He has really upped the ante, Bunting, since he came of age.
Surely!
Yes. You're right, Wayne. It was asking for it. It was begging. It was sitting up nicely. Now then, double 16. I must. This is brilliant. This is some darts match. Worthy of a final, no doubt about it. 112, 113, averaging at the moment. White marginally ahead on the averages, marginally ahead in the match. And still ploughing in the treble 20s for fun.
These two have met 7 times, and it's 5-2 to Stephen Bunting, but more interestingly, Ian White has won the last 2. The last 2 meetings he has beaten Stephen Bunting, so maybe there has been a tide of change.
Yes. Well, a very, very good player is going to go out on the World Matchplay at the opening stage. And whilst in a sense, in one respect, that's a pity, it tells you that whoever wins this event is a worthy champion, and whoever wins this match will be worthy of the second round, Wayne, no doubt about it.
Ian White has never, ever produced this. After the 3rd leg, I quite foolishly said that averaging 116 like Ian White was, that he will not carry on. It's more or less impossible he won't carry on. Well, I've been wrong before and I will be wrong in the future, but he's still averaging 116. This is absolutely amazing.
Yes, and when he misses one double, he rectifies matters by getting the next. The percentage checkouts are impressive too. 56% White, 50% for Bunting. And I don't know whether he's watching, but he'll be aware that he's going to be playing a good player whoever wins this. But Simon Whitlock waits the winner of this. And I don't think Simon quakes in his boots at the thought of playing anybody, but it'll certainly give him food for thought, Wayne.
Well, he knows that whoever wins this, that they'll be in good form, won't they? Like Simon was, and that was great to see, I must admit. Simon Whitlock, as we know, is tried and tested. Another 180, that's the 10th. Yes, 10th, and we're in the 9th leg. Just, oh, I don't know, it's mind-boggling.
Well, certainly my mind is boggled as I continue to watch this. It really is spellbinding stuff. And it's a privilege to be sitting in here describing it, or at least witnessing it, as that's another. Yes! We can't get many more, surely! Bunting is brilliant. That's the 2nd time he's hit 2 180s in a leg. It's his 7th in all.
80 runs, they will require 41.
Well, he's in control of this leg. I think we can safely say that. 32. 11-dart leg. 5-4.
My. They've rattled through this session. 4 legs gone in rapid, quick time. Simply because of the sheer quality, the standard. The regularity of high scores combined with swift, slick finishing. What a treat.
9 legs played. Stephen Bunting averaging 112, and he's 5-4 down.
Yeah, to a man averaging 110, though, that doesn't tell you a lot. It tells you they're both playing really well.
We did say that Ian White has never gone past the second round here, but he's never been beaten in the first round. And you can kind of see why, can't you?
Yes. You know, it's one of those games where when you get a ton, you don't even notice it, do you?
Poor score. It's not even their average, John.
That's right. Yes, your average comes down when you hit a ton. Yet another one. That's the 5th now. So the man from the Potteries, Ian White, commentated on him in the final of the News of the World in 1997. He was only a young fella, played Phil Taylor. Long blonde hair he had then. Now, once treble, 17 for double 12. No, he's going the clever way.
Yeah, the right way. He went the right way. No, he missed. We know he missed, but he went the right way. Well, that leaves 61. He'd probably go for another 25, and he'll probably hit a bullseye to leave 11.
I think had he hit the 25, he'd have fancied.
Yeah, there you go.
He'd have fancied his chances of nestling that alongside. So I think he proved a point there, Wayne, didn't he?
It's always going to happen. It's such a good marker, that bullseye.
Yeah.
96. You only require 11.
To win another session 3-2. That's the important thing. Don't lose the mini sessions for a 6-4 lead. Double 4.
Oh, we'll go back to 11 now. And Bunting knows that this is so important to take it to 5 apiece at the break. 20 for tops. Bunting to level up at 5 apiece. Oh, and they missed. That's both of them. At a vital stage in their game. Is that now another opportunity for White? Got to come in a bit. Oh, he couldn't miss that early doors. Wayne, maybe the pressure just beginning to tell on him a little bit.
Yeah, a real vital point in the match. Stephen will think, I'm level if he gets this. I'm level. I've done well. I've hung in there.
Well, there was no conviction in that last start.
No composure.
Absolutely none whatsoever. I think that's the nerves. I think that's the tension now that's getting to. They know how important this leg is. First to 10, and White here can go that one leg closer. Well, he is trying, there's no doubt about it, and this is where the averages will come tumbling down. They're a mere 104 and 107 now, but that's not on their minds any more than really it should be on mine. But it just goes to demonstrate the way the tension can get into the game. Now then, double 4 for parity, 5 apiece.
That was superb. Ian White will be thinking, I've made one big error. Look, still halfway through the game, both averaging over a ton, 5 apiece. This is an absolute perler of a game. 12 180s. Stephen Bunting will be thinking, I've got away with that. And he left 11 and then made a real hash of it, but you just think that he may be ruining the fact that he lost his composure after Stephen Bunting did.
Yes,
there was
he did.
error after error in that 10th leg.
Yes, and people will debate whether he should have gone the way he did on the ball when he wanted 125, having got the 50. He's got another 180, by the way, just to let you know, folks.
I said he'd be ruining the misses, didn't I?
I don't think that will have been on his mind, because he had... there's another one from Bunting. You just can't speak, Wayne. You just can't speak. They keep interrupting you with 180s.
I can't spike!
It's ridiculous. We're going to get another one here. And no, it's amazing. It is incredible. Oh, it's snowing 180s in July. Oh, is this going to be a fourth on the trot? Well, it would have been rather silly if it had been, wouldn't it? But, you know, you can get carried away sometimes. But White is here now. On a perfect game potential. And yet he could lose it because of Bunting's sheer brilliance.
9 for 32. And a leg where his opponent is on a potential 9-darter. We've now seen 15 180s in this, the 11th leg. But more misses from Bunting on the doubles.
And a break again now in White's favour. His first leg in 3, but he's broken. He's got the advantage of the break now. That's the third break of the match, and really it couldn't be closer in terms of, well, certainly in terms of the legs. White 6'5" has the advantage, but in the average they're almost identical, absolutely identical. And there you are.
95.
And even now, although it's advantage White, difficult to say which way this game's going to go.
Stephen Bunting had a chance in that last leg to go ahead for the first time.
100.
But he kind of unsettled himself at the end of the last leg, and whilst that was a brilliant leg, but when you get on a finish again, when you get on a double again, you can have that uneasy feeling again, and I think that happened going for that double. He seems to be lacking composure on the finish in the last couple of legs, Stephen.
The fact that he didn't get it first dart, Wayne, brought the doubts back in his mind. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, correct.
85.
Another 180. Dear oh Lord. This is just... It's outrageous. The dimensions of that 60, are they right? They can't be. Dear oh Lord.
140.
Yeah, this lad, you know, I've known him, Stephen, since he was a boy. His father's well known in Liverpool as a darts player and darts fanatic. And here we go, 54 for White. Leaves that. Shelling Peas springs to mind there, Wayne. And wonderful to behold. Ian White's got his composure back. Lost it momentarily in that 10th leg. And Stephen Bunting's obviously been encouraged to play darts since he was a kid. He became back in 2001, he won the British Teenage Championship, the World Youth Champion, but he's gone on from there. And I mean, the fact that when he was in the BDO he held something like 11 titles in 2013, and now he's stepped up to the plate here. It's really been great to see how this young man has developed through his formative years, and now 30 years of age, he's almost a finished article, isn't he?
Well, he's a world champion. Seems to have been around playing darts since he's an embryo.
Well, I think he was.
Playing darts since he was, yeah. But this is a real important leg. Has to hold. Will stay there. Will definitely stay there now.
95.
That leaves the biggest of them all.
And Ian White, we've already said, haven't we, that he has upped the ante gradually, step by step. He has improved to the extent that he's now world number 9, and he looks to me to be upwardly mobile.
Well, that was a case of overzealous use of the shoulder. That normally happens with a right-hander. They drag it into the 5. Poor miss from Stephen.
Well, bit of old Shanghai. Could be 8-5 in a minute, Wayne, and then I think Bunting really is in trouble. Another breaker throw against him.
Yeah, 6 poor darts from Stephen could cost him dear here. 7-6 or 8-5. What's it going to be? Tops for 8-5. There you go. The first dart at the double top was the reason why the second one went in. What a marker for him. As you can see, just slid in off the flight. 8-5 with the darts. If he wins this, he'll be one away from a place in the second round, will Ian White. And we've already mentioned Simon Whitlock awaits.
Yes. And in the first 9 legs of this match, we only had 1 breaker throw. White winning the 3rd leg on Bunting's throw. Since that nervous 10th, which White won again against the throw. Sorry, Bunting won against the throw to level up. White's won 2 of the last Bunting starts.
Yeah, they come back from the break very, very good, didn't they? 180s, 180s.
Yes.
Well, it seems every leg 180s. And Ian White, with the misses in that 10th leg, average dipped to about 103, 104, and now he's back up to 107. So regained his composure, and like you quite rightly said, John, world number 9 and proving it.
Well, believe it or not, Wayne, and I know you will believe it because you've been watching it, that last game, that last leg, the 13th leg, is only the 2nd leg of the match that hasn't had a maximum in it.
I believe that.
Well, White's proved that he's bulletproof. Now Bunting's got to prove that he can somehow break Diamond. And White knows that at 8-5, it's there for him to lose. He just quietly gets on with his game, though, doesn't he? He doesn't show a lot of his feelings, emotion.
And only 55 from Ian. He needs to be punished by Stephen, really. He was, to some extent, for 9-5, 112. 60. 12. Tops. Brilliant. That is his 3rd ton plus finish to join 118, 127. Stephen Bunting is in big trouble now. And you've got to say, Ian White has been absolutely impeccable in this match.
He has. Wayne, absolutely. He held his throw there, White. Bunting now hanging on in there. He's got to win this leg. He will have lost the session 5-0. And, of course, the match, anyway, from 5 apiece. And I remember saying parity when he hit that double eventually in the 10th leg. He will have lost the match without reply since then. But he's digging in. Got a 180 there. Didn't follow it up.
He's in total control of the leg, even at a 1-3-4, he'd still be in front. But if he does go on to lose this, which is likely, sometimes, John, you can get beat and think, look, I played someone that was better than me on the day.
Yes.
He's averaging 105.
Yes.
You can't beat yourself up too much with every single loss. It wouldn't be right.
No, I think Stephen Bunting walking off that stage with 104 average has nothing to be ashamed of. What he will be disappointed about is that from 5 apiece he didn't take this game the distance, and I was even thinking maybe we'll go into having to be won by 2 clear legs sort of situation. But it doesn't look as though that'll happen, although the only way Bunting can win this game now is by making that happen.
Oh, wayward one, unusually for Ian White. Well, that left to finish, but Stephen Bunting wants 58 to win his 6th leg of this match. Tops.
18.
Well, will he come back, or is Ian Diamond White, the number 9 seed, 44-year-old from Stoke-on-Trent, Going to do it with this visit? Well, the answer's already there.
60.
So Bunting a must tops, you would suggest, Wayne.
And he gets it. Stephen now has to attack. Sometimes in legs you can be a bit hesitant when you're throwing first, or when you're trying to save a match, you're thinking, right, don't make mistakes. But when you really are up against it, you're just thinking, I've got to go at it, hammer and tongs. If I get beat, I get beat. If I make a mistake, I make a mistake. But Ian White, to me, the way he's playing, it's just that the composure he's showing. Stephen is going to have to do probably a 12-darter to even get a shot.
Well, he did an 11-darter in the 9th leg, of course, and then had that really elongated 10th leg when neither player could hit the double. Eventually Bunting did, and since then, of course, we've seen it go all White's way, or nearly all White's way. 9-6, one more he wants.
There's just a slight hesitation with Stephen's last dart there. He tried to be too perfect and hit the 140, and he snatched it into the one. But there's another opening. Needs a 140. Ton is no good. Needs 2 big trebles. Switching. Well, might have to switch again to the 54 here. No, only 58. And you can see Ian White there, John, strutting around thinking, come on, one more big one.
Yes, I have to say Stephen Bunting looks a little deflated. How he could have done with scores to threaten White here, but now it's all one-way traffic. So, deliberating, he's gone for the middle of the board there, Wayne. And 81, fair enough, becomes 56.
Well, he's guaranteed himself 2 darts at a double. I say guaranteed, I'm assuming he's going to hit the big number. And that big number of choice is 16. For the match, double top.
16.
Well, opportunity knocked, and it will knock again, because Bunting hasn't been able to challenge, and that's been a rarity in this match. They've been toe-to-toe, slugging it out over 15 legs so far. Now this 16th, is it going to be the last, as Ian White steps up for tops? A lovely marker. Lovely, even better marker. This is a must, surely, for tops it is. Ian Diamond White ends a classic. 103.5 White, 101.6 Bunting. Brilliant darts. It's Ian White who meets Simon Whitlock in round 2.